G'day everyone, it's Alan here from FishingMad. In this video, I'm going to walk you through setup, tips and techniques to catch flathead with soft plastics, and let's get started right now. We've launched from our local boat ramp and we've headed straight out to 6 meters deep, and we've cut the engine. Now what we are going to do today is just drift around and cover ground. Now let me run you through the setup that you'll need to catch flathead on soft plastics. Let me run you through the basic gear that you're going to need when soft plastics fishing for flathead. Now the first thing is having a range of jig heads. Now what I like to do is take a few different sizes out with me, starting with 1/8 of an ounce of a jig head, and then having slightly heavier in 1/6 of an ounce, and then also having a 1/4 of an ounce. Okay, now what I do is, depending on the depth that we're fishing and the strength of the current, means I'll either fish lighter or heavier. So today we're fishing in 6 meters deep and it's quite clear and calm conditions, so we'll probably go for the 1/8 of an ounce. The lightest you can get away with is absolutely the best. If we were fishing in much deeper water and heavier conditions, then we may move up to something to a 1/4 of an ounce. Now, one of the keys is rigging your soft plastic so that it is straight and is well presented. And you can see you want to achieve something that looks a little bit like that. So the soft plastics that we are using today is we are using the Savage Gear 8cm Pro Grubs. These are fantastic in that motor oil color for flathead. We're also using the Munro's Zip Tail Worms in the brown color, which is also great for flathead. And the other plastic that we'll be using quite a bit, which I haven't opened yet because they have that scent and they do dry up, is the Berkeley Turtleback Worm. The way you rig one of these soft plastics is really easy. So we're just going to grab one of these 8cm Pro Grubs out of the packet. Okay, today we're going to be fishing with a 1/8 of an ounce jig head. Okay, and all you want to do is roughly work out where that soft plastic is going to come out. So I can see really it's on about this part here. Okay, so it's about 1, 2, 3, 4. That fifth little cutaway is where we want that to come out. Okay, so the trick is put it in the middle. Okay, just like that, and then you just want to slide it up slowly. You don't need to force it, and what you'll find is, if you do this nice and easily, it's just going to naturally bend around all by itself. And you can sort of count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and we'll have that come out there like that. And then just push that all the way up onto the keepers. Okay, and that there is a perfectly rigged soft plastic, ready now to absolutely tangle with some big flathead. And let's get on to some fishing techniques. Flathead are a perfect bread and butter species to target, probably the easiest fish to catch on soft plastics, and all we're using is just a really basic setup like that. That's just a little grub or a curl tail, 1/6 of an ounce jig head, and really the technique is super simple. All you're going to do is cast out, and then what we're going to do is we're going to let that soft plastic sink to the bottom. So it might take 5 seconds, it might take 10 seconds, and the obvious way to tell is that your line will go slack. And then the only thing that you're going to do from there is basically wind up that slack, a couple of little lifts like that, wind up the slack, and then let it sink back to the bottom. And basically you're going to repeat that process all the way back to the boat. If you do it nice and slowly, particularly with flathead, you'll be surprised how many fish that you catch. Alright, so you can see he's taken that on that Savage Gear curl tail, and there. Got another one on the plastic. Well, this one's not bad. Oh, he's definitely on the plastic. Oh yeah, that's the fish. Hit hard. Not bad. Geez, it must have just swam right towards me. It's a nice fish actually. Look at that on the plastic.
Using a grub.
Yeah, the Savage 8cm grub. Oh, it's a drag peeler. I will just come here and do some recording. That took a bit of drag. Let's hope this is a big girl. It's a nice flathead. It's hard to get a good net, man. Good fish, mate. Very nice. When targeting flathead with soft plastics, you will need to use a spin rod and not a generic bait rod. Today I'm using one of my Savage Salt 1D FR rods. It's a 2 to 4 kilo class, which is perfect for this style of fishing. I've paired that with a Shimano Vanford 2500, again a size that's perfectly suited for this style of fishing. I have spooled that reel with 15-pound braid. Now braid is absolutely essential when fishing with soft plastics. It doesn't have stretch like monofilament, and that means that you can feel all of those nibbles and inquiries and have complete control over your soft plastic. Spooling with anything from 15 to 10 pound is absolutely perfect, and you'll need to finish that off with one rod length of fluorocarbon leader, again between 10 to 15 pound. Fluorocarbon leader is fused fishing line, and what it does, it makes the line harder for fish to see whilst giving you that necessary stretch. Any setup like this is going to be absolutely perfect for catching some flathead on plastics. Oh yeah, that's the fish. Oh, hit hard. Oh, that's a nice floody. There we go. So we are no shortage of them at the moment. You need the net. Oh, we've got a problem, mate. Fish all over the deck. And
I think it's been the best one so far.
You reckon this is a good fish?
Yeah.
We've gone over a pretty crazy patch here.
Oh, a little bit. I don't know.
It's taking a bit of... It's swimming like crazy. You can see the line going all over the place though. You haven't got your other line, have you?
No, nice.
Oh, that's a good fish. There we go. Alright, so this has been a... Oh, look at the crab that the fish spat out.
Oh.
Look at that. So that is what the floodies are eating here. So we've got 1, 2 and 3. We've got fish everywhere. And Mark's onto another good one. I've just thrown my plastic over the side because we're getting fish.
Look at this.
And this might...
Got one of those things,
this is going to be another good fish. The net's just there, mate, so...
Can't see it yet. Nice floody.
Another floody? You're going to have to watch your feet, mate. So good call to not wear shoes with flathead everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's another good fish. He was in and swam out. Nice fish, mate. Look at that. All right, now we're... well, we're not going to go hungry during Easter because this is just nuts. Now, a couple of quick tips, guys. If you are targeting flathead specifically, look for sandy flats. So we like to fish in areas between that 6 and 8 meters deep. And on clear days when you can look down, all you're going to see is just flat sand. And they're the sort of areas that flathead love. The other thing is if you're using soft plastics, work them really, really slowly. So flathead will sit on the bottom. They are ambush predators. So what we tend to do is we tend to cast, let the soft plastic sink all the way to the bottom, which might take 5 seconds, it might take 10 seconds, and then do a gentle little lift, reel in a little bit of that slack, let it sink back to the bottom, and basically repeat that pattern all the way back to the boat, and guarantee when your soft plastic's on the bottom, you're going to catch a lot of flathead.
The other one.
Here we go. So I was just working this very slowly off the bottom. Pretty confident this will be another flathead. It's good flathead grounds, this one. Yeah, it's a nice little floody. And you can see the other rod is bending away, so yep, that's definitely legal size flathead. Got it. Oh, here we go, man. Yeah, I think so. It looks a nice fish down there, actually.
Oh, yellow one.
Yeah, this is a decent fish. Oh, yeah. No, I got him up. That's a nice fish. And that one's on as well. Double time. Oh, this one's got a bit of weight to it.
Nice, Gary.
This one's definitely got a little bit of weight to it, man. Nah, it's very similar, I think. Oh, here we go. I've got one on the plastic as well. Wasn't even working it. This one's given a good account for itself. This looks like a nice fish. Yeah, this is a nice flathead. Try not to drop this one. There you go. That's a better one. Is that a fish? Yeah, I got the net. Marks onto a good fish here, guys. It's just not a lot of room here. This is going to be the biggest fish. Oh, that's a good flathead, man. Geez, he's going crazy. That's a really nice flathead, mate. Look at that. That is... Right. Well done. Ooh. Here we go. There's another one on the soft plastic. Hard to tell how big they are. Let's see if we can see it come up. Oh, that's a nice fish. That's a nice fish. Ripper on the plastic. Another flatty. Oh no, that's okay. That's definitely a legal size flathead. And that savage plastic. Good job, mate. We got another on the soft plastic. It's always kind of hard to tell what size they are. Oh, that's not bad. And they go crazy. Oh, he's a nice fish. You're a beautiful flathead. Great eating size on that 8cm grub. Yep, it's on the soft plastic. Very subtle take, but this feels like a nice fish. Oh, this is a good flatty, man. Yeah, it's definitely a keeper flatty. Lift you up carefully. Beautiful fish.
Oh, fish.
On that. And we're packing up the boat, and without even working it, Mark's got a fish, and that's a nice fish, man. The fish of the day as we're going home. Yeah, I've just packed up the net. You're going to have to do the deadlift and hope you don't lose it. That is probably the nicest flathead today. I'd say. Nice. Fish, look at that. That's a grass photo there too, man. Well, that's a wrap, everyone. Thanks for watching. I hope that you found some of these tips helpful on your quest to catching flathead with soft plastics. As always, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, good fishing, everyone.